So I think I've come to the point of no return, and I'm not trying to sound like crazy. Like, I'm not crazy. Okay, no, I'm not crazy. I'm actually going to tell you the truth on a lot of stuff that's happening with Instagram that's bothering me. I know it's bothering you. It has to be bothering you. I mean, really, what's going on? Things have become very plastic, very fake, and it's just not how real life is. It's not how things are actually forming in the outside world. So therefore I wanted to start talking about a lot of these issues that I have with Instagram. So I wanted to talk about, first off, what led me to actually being so involved with Instagram. And it was that, like, about 8 months ago, I actually got offered to work with a company. So I was really excited to work with that company. I was like, oh wow, I'm going to work with the company. It was really cool. And then I started doing that. I started working with other companies and making posts for them. And I realized it just wasn't that cool. You actually start feeling like an ad. I don't know if it's just me, but I just kind of felt like an ad. Like, I couldn't really say anything. I had to say what the company wanted to say. I had to get a certain amount of likes in a certain amount of time. If I didn't have like a certain amount of likes that, like, other people usually get on some of their posts that they have for like similar products, and what am I doing wrong? I should do something better. So it was just like always a problem like that I don't really see a lot with marketing. You just don't really see that with the competition so high on Instagram. And that's okay for there to be competition. I think there's like a lot of pros too. So it's not like I'm just being completely negative about it. I think that it's cool that they give like a lot of opportunities for athletes, for people that are like photographers and so on. That is really awesome, even for like all kinds of different models and stuff like that. But I really think that it's taken over in such a fake way. And the way that it's fake is just that everyone wants to kind of like copy these certain types of niches that are going to get popular. Everything is always seemed to be super perfect and just like really like dreamy. Like, everyone is always traveling, everybody is always doing such cool things like skydiving, like all that kind of stuff. And that's just not how the real world is. It's not how things work. So that's why I wanted to go more deeper into this. We're in a time period where everybody wants to be either famous, they want to be known, they want to have some sort of presence online, one way or another, or they feel like they're left out. At least that's what I think on my part. If not, I might be wrong, but what I do think is that the majority of people, at least our age or a little bit younger, either if you're a millennial, if you're a Gen Z, then I think you're very involved with a lot of things that are online, with social media apps, with a lot of different like websites, and even YouTube, everywhere, because people are trying to get involved with those kind of activities. I think that it's fun. I mean, it's quite addicting for people to be on Instagram. You can see anywhere in the world that you want to see. You can go look up Norway. You can see what's happening in Iceland, literally the last 5 minutes or the last 2 minutes, whenever. Really, isn't that cool? That is kind of cool. We haven't been able to do that before. Before, you would probably have to find a picture from Iceland on like Twitter, like a blog, like Facebook or something, like kind of dig around and have to go look for that. And now you can just kind of put like a simple hashtag and you can see different locations. So that's also actually another different plus that I would say would come from Instagram. And it's not all entirely bad. But the thing that has completely taken over, I think, on the platform would be with this nasty algorithm that favors a lot of different niches that makes it really fake. I wish it was really just chronological, so the people that you follow and like your friends that you have, you could just kind of keep up with them and the time that they posted. That would make sense. But instead, Instagram pretty much shows you what they want you to see so that it could benefit them better with different ads of different companies and they can make more money. Now I am bringing the heat because literally I'm going to talk about hell, like hell on earth right now. I would say would be pretty much practically on Instagram, if you're using it all different ways and you're actually using the feed, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Luckily, if you've just been using it for like social reasons with your friends, your family, I literally wish I was in that position. If I would have only done that, that would have actually been cool. I mean, like, not really. Like, I do think that you should use Instagram for other ways to connect with other people. If you do want to do, like, there are different things. I'm not going to go into that. But what I did want to talk about is basically that, Instagram doesn't care about you. So, what that means is that, they're banning people left or right. They don't even let people basically explain themselves when they get banned, and that's like a lot of other different companies, but I kind of find that interesting because there's a lot of different photographers on here. There's a lot of different professionals, people that are promoting product constantly. So I don't think that's a really good way to deal with a lot of different situations. Another reason why they don't care is because if they actually made that algorithm, then they're trying to favor things that they know are going to get them money, meaning that if they actually only cared about the creator, then basically they would try to give everybody a fair chance, no matter what they're creating, not what is popular and what they're creating at the moment. So that's like a big thing to look at, whether you are skating, making art, or if it's something completely new that is in. Maybe it's like the bongos or something that's not even that popular. I mean, really, you're not able to compete because you don't have like typical photography or typical, pictures that people do that would fit the algorithm. That's why I don't favor algorithms. I don't really like them like that. I think that it should always be chronological. There's no problem with that. If you always do chronological, no matter if you do it with like hashtags, if you do it with what people are following or who, it doesn't matter. You're always going to have things that are going to be organized in a time frame instead of having to fit some sort of algorithm of different words. And I think that's where we're really messing up. So now that you have the algorithm working like crazy, another thing that I don't like actually too about the algorithm would be that if you do have a business or you're really actually popular on Instagram, like a photographer, as of like, I think it was like November 16th, they made crazy rules with the algorithm. And it made a lot of people have to make more ads where they had to promote their content, basically paying more to have the same views. I think that's ridiculous. So if they're going to continue having this algorithm, it seems like people are going to be charged more to pay for their content on ads, and that makes Instagram more money. So it's kind of like a big scam in a way it is. And going deeper and deeper, which I know most of you want me to go and say, what is really the dark issues that we're actually having with Instagram that no one actually wants to talk about? But I bet if you searched for right now on YouTube, you wouldn't even hear about it. You wouldn't hear one person actually talking about this. And because I haven't heard anyone talking about this. I might be wrong. I might go do a little search after this and be like, oh wow. But I have not seen anything. I have not heard anybody talk about this for the last 2 years. So what you need to know is that they are censoring a lot of different holidays on different hashtags in one location for kind of no reason at all. Well, the location, it would be Kansas for no reason. Why would you have Kansas banned? That's like having Florida banned for no reason, saying that's offensive. Really? You're going to say that that's offensive? Makes no sense at all. So the people are kind of affected. I mean, geographically, you can't really tag Kansas if you're doing like photography, then you can't get that picture out there to people if you do want to use the hashtag, if that's what you're doing, and that's how you want to get it spread out to other people. So that's one thing that affected. But on a deeper level, the holidays are what we're all worried about. Why are they trying to censor holidays, and what holidays are they censoring? Well, it would mainly have to do with New Year's. They don't like New Year's at all. They actually have 2 hashtags that are banned for New Year's. One for New Year's Day. The other one is for New Year's. I wasn't sure if it's for Happy New Year's or not. because possibly they could have all three of them banned just so that you couldn't even see New Year's going on. But I guess Happy New Year's is good to go. The next hashtag would be Easter. Easter is actually banned. What is wrong with Easter? And a lot of people celebrate Easter. Now, I think that's actually having religious conflicts with a lot of different people when you ban that hashtag. Not cool to do. That would be like if you banned a hashtag for any other type of like religious kind of holiday. If you banned Hanukkah, if you banned other stuff like that, like that's the only thing I could think of right now. But all kinds of different holidays, if that was banned, that's not okay. Why is it okay to have Easter banned? Then you have Valentine's Day, that's also banned as well. That makes absolutely no sense. Then the last thing that I was just completely shocked over, it is Happy Thanksgiving. What's wrong with Happy Thanksgiving? Wow. As a person that honors freedom for everybody and liberty, and everybody I believe is equal and all religions are equal, I believe that all religions deserve to have equal practice and shouldn't be banned from that just because maybe the creator of the site disagrees with that. I mean, if they want to start saying that people aren't a certain way being politically correct, it's very hypocritical when we have people that own these sites that aren't acting the same way and aren't treating all religions fair and equal. That's not right. When you start messing with Easter, then that does go on a religious scale, and that does start affecting people. I'm not entirely sure if that's like with Valentine's Day. I don't think that really is too religious or really, too much with like Thanksgiving. That's more something that's happened in the past with history. And then also with New Year's, it's like a celebration. But when you actually start banning Easter, that's where the problem is. That's actually something that does affect religions. Therefore, when that's banned on there, you are stopping people from spreading a certain topic or a certain picture from spreading for Easter. Use that hashtag. That has no meaning at all for having that banned other than the disagreement with that holiday. The answer is all tech. It's always all tech right now. I'm not trying to tell you to switch over. I'm not saying to delete your Instagram. I still have an Instagram. I'm still going to use Instagram. I'm definitely taking a break. I'm not going to be posting on there as much, and I'm going to be posting, whatever I want now, because I don't care. I don't care about perfection. That's not a thing. That was something I feel like I probably had in the back of my mind. I don't even think I've actually ever tried to do anything like that, like try to be like perfect on Instagram. I feel like there's just kind of like peer pressures that I didn't want to have with certain companies, and there's just a lot of things I don't like seeing on there. And it's just pictures when you get down to it, so it's like, I can only post so many pictures with what I'm doing right now, where I want to talk to people on YouTube, so it's like every once in a while, and I feel like I don't want to make it forced. And that's what makes it cool on someone's Instagram. It makes it natural, is the fact that they're not forcing it. And that's why I'm following people that aren't like forcing this, that aren't just super trying to do this whole entire like Instagram life and take it completely serious, because I'm just done with that. I don't really believe in the platform anymore, like completely. I do think that it will die down in the future. There's only so much that you can do in pictures. A lot of the photographers are complaining about it, saying that it's killing photography, it's killing real photography, because all the pictures are becoming the same because of the algorithm. So therefore all the nature pictures are becoming the same, all the cabin pictures and the mountain pictures and even the drone pictures from the sky. They're literally covering the whole entire city. Everybody is doing the same thing because they're mimicking each other, and it's just not becoming that fun. So therefore it is changing. It's becoming really rocky, and I do have some advice. I think that you should switch to Alltech. A lot of people don't even know about Alltech because every single time that somebody mentions it, they try to down the platform because all these types of rumors that have been made in the mainstream media that aren't true. They're rumors, they aren't true at all. They're smear campaigns so that they could try to make it so that Instagram and all of those other companies can outcompete these smaller companies, and that's just the truth. You have Instagram that's competing against Minds and also like Gap, and these are the alt tech platforms, by the way. So actually, let me just make a list, an organized list, so that you can just write this down. You could check them out yourself, and it would be Minds, Gab, BitChute, and Subscribestar. And they've actually targeted Subscribestar lately, where PayPal was like kind of rejecting financial services with them, which they do to every single alt tech platform, so that they could try to make it so that they can't make any money, they can't have any ads go on there. I mean, it's just a big deal when you look into it. It's a lot to talk about. Actually, if you go into one of my earlier videos, if you don't really understand this, go into the Patreon strikes again, and then you could kind of go into more information about some of the issues that have happened with people being banned off of that platform, because they're in on this as well. I mean, really. Moving forward and actually making a difference with my presence on Instagram, I just don't want to be involved as much. I mean, I am going to be posting a lot still on my story and also on my wall, but at the same time, I'm not going to take it like 100% serious. I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to post what I want. I'm not going to care what I look like 100%. I'm not going to care in my story exactly what I'm doing, exactly what I'm posting necessarily, if that's going to hurt anyone's feelings. And maybe try to write more, maybe try to talk more on there, because I think that's something with me, is that I am very outspoken. I like to talk a lot. I like to, explain my opinion on different things. So that's just how I am. And, also, if you don't like that, then you don't have to follow me for that. Like, you can follow all kinds of different people. So if that's something that you don't want, then you don't have to do that. So that's okay. Because I'm just not going to be stereotypical. I'm going to do my own thing. And, like, even if it is something that is stereotypical, like I said, I'm going to do my own thing. So I don't care at the same time. If, you're someone who also is like, oh yeah, it's a stereotypical thing. It's like, whatever I want to do at this time, I don't want to have any limitations, and I just want to have fun, and I don't want to have anything stopping me from doing that at this point. Just having a good time, just living my life, not having to face any fences and barriers. I feel like if you are doing something, if you are a photographer, if you are a model, if you're anything like that, anything that's really popular on Instagram, or you're just kind of looking for somewhere to go to try to expand your work, I think the best thing that you can do right now is, if you have enough money to afford a website, to try to design that for yourself and to just give that a go. Because when you own that website, you can do whatever you want on that. You can say whatever in all of the legal frames, and that is okay. But if you start doing something on another company and they don't agree with that, then that can really start affecting your business. Which, I mean, you want to work with all kinds of different companies, but at the end of the day, if one company doesn't really agree with you doing something, then maybe you should just have your own website at the end of the day, so that that could work out a lot better, and that you have full control of that. You actually have your own work to show too, because you're not just working for someone else the whole entire time. See, that's the problem with the whole entire brand promoting aspect. Is it's cool if you're doing that as like a side thing, and if you want to do that to kind of start out maybe, and then like kind of get away with that. But the whole entire thing is that if you just brand promote, if you're just working for someone else the whole entire time, then how are you going to work on yourself? So I want to just focus on that. Like, if you are a model and you do want to promote brands, for example, then just go ahead and do like your own shoots, maybe your own like independent work, like on the side, get your own website too. Like, you could upload all your photos on there. That'd be really cool. Organize them, maybe sell like prints or something, like, I don't know, whatever models do. Then, for example, like an artist actually selling prints, that would be a better example. I'm not really the best of examples, But for an artist, yeah, like if it's really hard for you to have your artwork and have that be heard on Instagram and people to see that and to see like your hashtags and what you're selling and maybe what you have to offer, then that would be another thing, just building up your own website, working off of that. And another thing is trying to work on as many websites as you can. It might drive you a little bit crazy, but I think that would be the best thing because then you're able to connect with a lot of people because you don't know what someone's favorite website is. So like one of my biggest problems is actually trying to stay active on something like Instagram at the moment because like I don't really favor that as much as I do with YouTube, Twitter, and all the alt tech platforms. I don't have that feeling there anymore. It's just gonna get worse. Everything that you can say on there is gonna get worse. What you can't say, the algorithms, it's jacked. So the whole entire internet system is screwed. Well, that's all for this video. Before I start really going on and just like repeating myself at this moment, I don't want to do that. I want to not go off and just completely have this be a rant. I want you to actually learn something from this and hear me out for things that I have experienced personally. So therefore, I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna have a new video very soon and I'll see you then.